rival.
As Victoria's reign continued, she reached a new obstacle: her age. After Elizabeth I, no queen had lived beyond the age of 40 until Victoria. Perhaps the secret to her long life was her favourite tipple, Scotch, in her claret.
Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers. Tastes good. I think it tastes good.
Obviously, it's got a kick. It's if you are a drunk, this is a good drink. She probably had one of these to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee.
I think she had quite a few, and I think she had quite a few in general. Victoria didn't turn down a little drink.
The Diamond Jubilee was a moment of celebration, but it was unsettling to see her age.
The big problem, of course, that Victoria is getting so old, and people knew that, and they were panicking about what was going to happen when her son came to the throne. Was everything going to collapse? Was it going to be the end of what they'd known? And she was this great queen. She'd been on the throne for 60 years. By the end of her reign, she ruled a quarter of the world's population. It was all glitter and razzmatazz and confidence, and the British were so excited, but underneath it, the empire was crumbling.
How could Britannia rule the waves if a quarter of its population lived in destitution? On the continent, Germany was growing ever stronger. The dominance of the empire was no longer assured.
How do you show, most of all, that Britain has to be feared? That's the important thing. The rest of the world must still be terrified of Britain and its might. And this was a question that became increasingly greater and more important when she was old, because when you've seen photos of her, you can't really produce those lying Gloriana-type portraits that we have of, say, Elizabeth I, that knock just a few years off her age. We can't have this airbrushing going on anymore. They can't diverge too much from what everyone knows she looks like, which is actually, by her older years, pretty plain and pretty cross.